Okay, look alive. You ready to rock? Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi. First and foremost, I'd like to welcome you all to this video. I'd like to send out my warmest regards to everybody who's been watching and express my gratitude for the feedback that I've been getting, and as well for the support along the way, and just going along the journey with me. It has been an interesting experience, and I'm having a great time. So to begin with today, I was wondering what topic matter could I speak on that that would add value to the viewers who are watching. And there's been a demand for me to address a specific skill set of mine that has amassed me a chunk load of spare change since an extremely young age, right out of the bat of coming out of high school. And I read a lot. I read a lot of books on psychology, on neurolinguistic programming, social dynamics. I've been on courses and everything in between. And it's something that I'm taking everything to try, refine, and improve the skill all the time. And I do so even up to today, always trying to better it. And this specific skill is in the art of sales. Now, I believe that everything, of course, is a sales pitch. And I'm very strongly believing that everything is a sales pitch. And having sold millions of Dead Sea mud over the years, and in doing this in numerous locations, good and bad, my specific strategy of selling has been a little bit unorthodox to the direct selling pushiness that is generally projected in this industry and in direct sales in general. And I've managed to do it with flair, with the precision, and with professionalism. And of course, there's certain people out there that are extremely talented and phenomenal in their own right. But my numbers have kept me in the top percentage of salespeople in my industry, and it's my consistency that qualifies me to speak. Now, there's one thing that I can say with absolute certainty, and this is that I can sell you anything, anywhere, anytime. And the only thing that I can say with more certainty than that is that you will love every single moment of it, and it's an experience you'll never forget. Now, what gives me this unwavering confidence is a power of authenticity. And I would like to share for a quick moment some things that I've come to understand over time. Now, we all know that people don't buy things, people buy people. And I'm sure this is something you've heard many times before, but the real question here is, do you understand? Now, the ability to sell yourself in itself is, well, I mean, if you master this, it's a skill set that will elevate you in all parts of your life, in work, it'll elevate your relationships, and just in general communication, because it is so important, well, everything you're selling yourself first before you sell any other product. Now, when it comes to obviously people buying into something, people buy value. And with this in mind, the strategy that I generally deploy is I'm either, when speaking, giving value to myself, giving value to a product, or giving value to the client. Now, I've noticed as well and this is probably general common news, but some people or a lot of people don't like salespeople. But the truth is, we're all salespeople. But people don't like salespeople in general because they believe that salespeople lie, and they just gonna go out there to try to screw you. And this is not necessarily true, even though it does hold some truth, because there are times where people exaggerate or tell a little white lie, but even some people who have the acute ability to sell hope to other people, they hold value in themselves, even to the person they're selling hope to. And when I think back, I remember in my beginning days, using the strategy of exaggeration to sell and to kind of like break the idea in customers' heads that I needed them. And so by projecting a lifestyle of mine, that I had, and it was done for the purpose. I mean, who wants to buy from a needy salesperson? So you kind of project, that you don't need this sale, and that way, well, you're more likely to actually get this sale because you're able to actually focus on the sale at hand, not thinking that you're just desperate for the sale. And this continued for about a year, until about a year later, or a year into selling, one of my staff members said to me, Chace, the reason why you sell so well is because you are the pitch. So I asked him to explain, and he just explained that, well, you are the manager, we kind of throw that into the pitch. You drive a Porsche, you live in the top suburban areas, you go on expensive trips, you buy anything that you want. So you literally have become the pitch. And it was that moment that I kind of had a recollection of the scene in Hitch, where Albert Brennan says to Will Smith, he goes, I'm not too sure if these shoes are really me. And Will Smith, Alex Hitchens in the movie, says something along the lines of, these shoes are you. You bought the shoes, you're wearing them, you just need to be the best Albert Brennan you can be. And it's with that in mind that I kind of realized that at the end of the day, when you are selling, there's probably one principle that is of utmost importance, and I teach this in my image consulting and branding class that I host once a week, as one of my two principles. But the one principle that I can share here is that specifically, if you are clear, if you're authentic and you're congruent to your highest values, and you engage with people authentically, you're obviously clear about that and congruently, and you manage to merge then the generally taught principles or ideas of selling, about keeping, running through the sales structure, prospecting, things like, being positive and, being enthusiastic. These type of things, you can, if you merge the two of them, you begin to engage with clients in a whole different way, and you begin to live in the magic of influencing people, where people appreciate the fact that you actually influence them to something better, because we all want something better in our lives, but there's a lot of things out there, so we don't really know what to choose sometimes, or we're inundated with so much that we want something specific, yet if we could find something else that could help us get what we want, and it was done in a way that didn't diminish what we found as our value, and another person projecting their value onto the other person, it's something that we appreciate. And Kanye West says, he goes, you can get through anything if magic made it. And literally, this type of sale is a sale where you experience the magic of communication and influence. And it's with this strategy that I use all the time, it doesn't matter what sales pitch I'm giving. It's just trying to remain completely clear on who I am, authentic, and of course congruent, and then of course applying different of the principles that I learned along the way. But it's that key factor that has allowed me to be quite successful at a young age. And of course, being successful, making money, and doesn't mean that you always retain it, you lose it. It's got nothing to do with anything else. You grow it. That's just down to your value and money. But it's the skill set of selling that is something that will always take you from where you are to where you want to be, or take your product from being this to being that, if that's what you want it to be. So I hope that's a little bit of value to you, and I will be sharing a little bit more on this content on my forum on Reddit, so you can look into it if it's of any value to you. So have an amazing day, and thank you for watching. Ciao.